What's up, guys? Here with another car problem. So my 2013 Chevy Express has been giving me an intermittent check engine light. So I ran the code and what came up was P0121, and that indicates that there's an issue with my throttle position sensor. So I went ahead and bought the new part, and I'm gonna install it. I haven't had any issues as far as driving besides the check engine light coming on and getting somewhat worse gas mileage. If you could have gas mileage get worse on your big van, but I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of this problem. It's a fairly inexpensive part. I bought it at AutoZone for like 60 bucks ish, and you'll see where it goes right now when I get under the hood. Doesn't look like it should be too difficult, but we will see. All right, so here under the hood, I haven't removed anything at all. We can see the throttle position sensor right there. You can see the little plug and the clips that hold it on. So I'll get my tools out. We'll remove the air intake assembly, and from the looks of it, we're gonna need to have access to the butterfly to adjust the butterflies to make the throttle position sensor sit in place like it's supposed to. All right, so we're gonna start with these 210s. Will come off. Finish those off in just a second. This will have to come out, and then I'll have to remove, maybe I'll have to remove them both, but I'll take this clamp off, pull this off, and there's another clamp back there right at the throttle body that I'll have to take off to remove everything, and it should just come all out. All right, now with the intake assembly removed, you can see we've got a butterfly here. Maybe I need to clean this off too. It's got a lot of dust and stuff on it. But here's our throttle position sensor. It's got these clips. There's 3 in the front, 3 on the other side. Well, it should be. So I'm gonna try to remove those. I might go grab a smaller screwdriver. Have to remove this clip here too, and get this off. All right, so I got all the clips off. The first 4 were easy. The 1, 2, 3, and the one right down here, pretty easy. The one that's right up here where my finger's at, that wasn't too bad either. The one that's like directly behind this was a pain, so I had to use this little guy, wedge it in from the back like this, get in between the clip and the sensor and pop it off. I'm not worried about keeping the clips, so I wasn't very gentle with them, and well, that came off extremely easy. So here's the old throttle position sensor. Seems too easy almost. All right, so this is off. Let's see what we got here. All right, and it looks like we're just gonna need to move the butterflies when we realign this pin with the new one. So we'll have to move the butterfly flap to make it right, because the bottom is slotted. So we'll get that in there, get it all together, and see if the code is cleared. All right, so the new part came with a fresh silicone seal. So I think that's the only piece I need to match is that notch. And just work it all the way around. It's actually going in really easily, which is good. All right, perfect. And it also came with new clips, so now I get to start wrestling with this and see how I get these clips in. Alright, so I'm getting these clips on. It's not the most difficult thing. I mean, I'm sure the back one's not going to be fun, but just putting it on, just pressing really hard until it's secured, just going one to the next. There we go. All right, now I have to move the camera so I can do the 3 in the back. Maybe I can do that top one with the camera on. Let's see. All right, 2 more to go. I need to move the camera though, so I have more space to work underneath. All right, it's all in. The hardest one, I think, was the one directly behind. Had to use my fingertips and just pull it back. See if I can squeeze the camera back there so you can see. Yes, there's one, and there's one up here, one down there. Basically, they mirror the 3 in the front. And they're all seated nice now. Double checking. You can feel, basically all I'm doing is I'm feeling the edge and to see if they're both edges are seated the way they feel up front, and they all feel like they're holding pretty tight. This has movement, so I'm gonna go get some throttle body cleaner and a rag and just clean up this little bit of mess that's here, and then I have to put everything back together, and I'll do the recalibration process if I need to, so we'll see. All right, clean the throttle body out pretty good, all inside there too, and now I'm just gonna start putting this back together. So let me get the wire harness, plug that back in, lock it back in if it'll let me. All right, I gotta fight with that. I'll get that back in when I have 2 hands, and I'll reassemble all this right now. All right, I haven't reset the code or anything. I have the new part installed, so I'm gonna do the throttle position sensor recalibration. Hopefully it doesn't take long, we'll see. All right, so I did the recalibration procedure after I cleared the codes, and it was basically start the car, let it idle for 3 minutes, turn off the car for a minute, and if it hasn't come down to its normal idle, do the procedure again. And if that doesn't work, then you have to do a whole different like drive cycle basically. But I'm gonna go ahead and start it now, plug in my reader, and see if I have any more check engine light. Let's see. There we go, started right up that time. Okay, now I've got no check engine lights, which is good, and the idle has stabilized nice and low. So that's the throttle position sensor. That was code P0121, $60 part from AutoZone. I have a 2013 Chevy Express 3500 with the flex fuel engine, the 6.0, and I'll put the part number right here, right now, like right here, here. All right, and if And if you've got this code, don't be scared of it. It's just a little bit of work, a little bit of time. It took less than an hour from start to finish. I'm completely done. I even washed my hands. Yeah, and if I help somebody, then I'm doing something okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Subscribe if you haven't. It really helps a little bit. And yeah, until next time, thanks.